Hi guys, and welcome back to another mini review. This time I am reviewing Espire 1 VR Operative. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I had heard a lot about this game, so I thought I'll give it a go, and to be honest with you, I was left feeling a bit disappointed. I mean, it was still a fun experience, but didn't live up to the expectations everyone had given it. From what I gathered, an Australian military base had been taken over by a group called Copperhead. You don't really learn who they are or what they want. They are just there as the generic bad guys. You have to go into the base to retake control. You play as an Espire agent, which is a robotic body controlled through VR, which is a pretty cool concept. You also have a bunch of scientists, I think, in your ear telling you what to do along the way. These characters weren't really explained either. All I could gather is that they worked in the base before it got taken over. They also tried to add a plot twist in at the end, but I didn't care one bit about it, as I didn't know who the characters were or what they were doing. The levels on this game all sort of blend into one in the end, as there were no distinguishing features in them except the last mission, which was an improvement but still not the best. The main thing I love about VR is being able to stop and look at stuff and pick stuff up. But the matter of the fact is, there is nothing to pick up in this game. Sure, there are computers and items that will sometimes spark some dialogue, but for the most part, the levels are boring and uninspiring to look at. Halfway through the missions, to progress, you need to complete some challenges. These again don't have anything interesting or fun about them. They are simply just a speed run through different environments. There are quite a lot to choose from, but all fall flat in my opinion. The combat in this game is actually quite good. You have a multitude of weapons to choose from, such as pistols, silenced or unsilenced, an SMG, silenced or unsilenced, assault rifles, which you can get silenced and unsilenced as well, shotguns are the same, and a dart gun, which puts the enemies to sleep. The guns feel nice to shoot with good recoil, but one thing that really let it down for me was the invisible walls. I'd have a clean line of sight on an enemy and be lining up a headshot, just peeking out from behind a wall. I'd then take the shot, only to find that the wall's hitbox wasn't in the right place, so the bullet would hit the wall and alert all the enemies. The AI is also pretty bad in this game as well. Obviously they'll move to a security camera if one's taken out or help an enemy up who you have stunned, but Jesus, their detection is bad. This sort of ruined the whole stealth element for me. I'd be walking straight past them and they wouldn't do anything. One cool feature when it worked was that when you go up behind an enemy and point your gun at them and shout freeze, they'll put their hands up and beg for their life. The one boss fight in this game was probably the worst boss fight I've ever experienced in any game ever. There is no build up, there is no background information on who he is. Hell, I didn't even know it was a boss fight at first. You see him once throughout the game and that's it. He doesn't really speak either. Really disappointing. I've never seen so many gaps in a storyline before. There were people speaking on the comms who I had no idea who they were. The abilities were sort of a saving grace in this game. There is an ability where if you touch your head and press your trigger button, you can see through walls to see where the enemies are or where turrets, tripwires and CCTV cameras are. This one really made you feel like a special agent. The other one is a time slow ability. This was great for landing that perfect headshot without alerting anyone else. It's a shame that these aren't available from the beginning, as they come too little too late in my opinion. Now the stealth in this game is okay. There are some moments where you are scaling a pipe or lurking behind some boxes when you really do feel like Solid Snake, but this is ruined by the enemy AI and scaling mechanics. When it works it's great. It's so fun to scale the ceiling above loads of enemies to get past them, but you'll find yourself falling quite a lot. There is also no indicator showing you which surfaces you can and cannot climb, which I found quite annoying. The game's tasks also felt so meaningless. I'd be told to go turn this on, go destroy this, etc. And I didn't know why. It was mind-numbingly boring. I would say only to get this game if it's free, and that's pushing it. I can't see how they can happily charge £22 for this game. Overall, this game is hard to enjoy with probably one of the worst storylines I've ever experienced, with its boring tasks and awful storytelling, flat AI and a bad stealth system. So guys, that's going to end the video for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash a like, comment and leave me some constructive criticism, and I'll see you in the next one.